soccer is the thing that I love the most. I mean, it saved me from so many things, you know. It's the one place I can go. It's my happy place.
Jason, before therapy, would so frequently lash out. It was just part of his personality.
He has some pretty significant trauma. And in school, how it showed up was he had behavior issues. I think people would describe him as having a huge uncontrollable temper. He would blow up at teachers in class, the campus supervisors. His anger would go from 0 to 60 in 3 seconds.
Just complete lack of self-control.
I had gotten into a fight. I had came off the bench. It was on the news. It was either fix yourself or be done, you know? Fix yourself or lose the one thing you care about the most right now. It was always pent up inside of me, and that really affected my day-to-day life, you know? It was I couldn't go to the mall, I couldn't go to the street, couldn't do anything without getting mad, without getting angry. I always looked at myself every morning and I'd be like, don't get in a fight today, just try not to get in a fight today. And I'd end up arguing with somebody, arguing with the teacher. And then with that mentality that I had put myself into, I was just like, wow, like I might as well just get in a fight every day, you know? Like it's just gonna happen, it's what everybody expects of me.
Some of these students, some of these children have been through so much trauma in their lives. Some of their stories are horrific, horrible. They know that their only reprieve is to come to school. They know that, and I hate to say this, they know that the only time they're going to be fed is at the meals they get here at school. I've known some students that have been homeless and don't know what to do. And they need someone at Jefferson Center that is impartial, that is not part of their school, that is not part of their family, that can help them understand what they're going through and to know that they're going to be okay. When you're worried about where am I going to sleep tonight, where is my food going to come from, how do you live day to day, how do you look at the bright side? Well, Jefferson Center helps them look at the bright side. I don't know if I could have made it through some of the things I've heard these kids tell me. I mean that. If it were not for Jefferson Center, there's no doubt in my mind that we would lose a lot of our students. Whether that might be to jail, dropping out because they can't handle the pressures of school and what they're going through at home, or what they're going through on the streets. Erin gives them ways to cope with their situation, to cope with their life that they've never had before.
So Jason came to me last year.
I was very skeptical about getting into therapy. So I sat down with Erin and I told her about the fight. And we worked on a lot of methods to control my anger and everything.
For him to come in and say, I need help and I want to do this and I don't know how to do this and it feels out of control, but he wanted to work and he did, and it has paid off substantially.
To me, to see someone who had been so toxic and negative in the past was a huge change around. I couldn't believe it.
It feels like I just started a complete new slate. Like I just started a brand new art piece, you know? Like on a brand new canvas. It's just so foreign to me. It's crazy, because like I talk to teachers that I used to have problems with, like Mr. Santone. Oh God, we butted heads. He's my coach. Butted heads so much. And even he stopped and he was like, he stopped Erin and he was like, what are you doing to him? Like, what did you do to him? How did you fix him?
There's definitely lots of kids like Jason that have a hard time dealing with internal angst. I've seen so many people change for the positive because they're able to have that outlet and have that therapy.
When you think about prevention, it's not the intense interventions, but lots of kids are getting lots of information and seeds are growing. You're taking your hardest youth or kids that are struggling and you're making a change and a difference.
Everyone, let's take a deep breath. And out. Our foundational curriculum is BrainWise. So when you look at prevention, you're really looking at one end, which is well to perhaps showing early signs and symptoms.
And I shot up my scared elevator.
And we're teaching them how they have this part of the brain called their lizard brain that is reactive. And then they have this wise thinking part of their brain called their wizard brain.
When we make choices, every choice has what we call a consequence.
A consequence what?
A consequence.
The beauty of it is that we're on site in the schools, and there's no better way to reach the needs of our community than our schools, because they're right there in the neighborhoods and in the community. And so we can outreach the families, and then we can provide services on site during the regular school day where a student is comfortable and where a student feels safe.
So it makes sense that mental health would be a part of treating the whole child, of really figuring out what is going on with a student to help them be ready to learn. I know with the intervention that we're doing, we are changing directions and changing the course of people's lives, and not just the youth, but then all the people they touch as they are growing older and becoming, again, contributing grown-ups in our community. So if it wasn't at school, it wouldn't be done, and kids would not be able to be a success story like Jason or all the other kids that we work with.
If we did not have the mental health help, these students wouldn't survive. They wouldn't.
Now I'm working, helping out at the house, being able to kiss my mom on the forehead and my dad on the forehead every morning, telling them I love them without arguing with them 10 minutes later. Prevention's the most important thing. If it hadn't been for prevention, I wouldn't be in therapy. If I had not gone in therapy, I don't think I'd be here right now. School-based, I love school-based services. Thank you.